CEOs, listen up. Hey, do you know why Marissa Mayer got paid? I don't know. She got paid $300 million by Yahoo to join the company, or why do these CEOs get paid hundreds of millions, or why do they get fired at these major blue chip stocks? Why is it? Very simple. You read the press releases, you read the news. It's all about maximizing shareholder value. That's right. The board brings in a new CEO to help maximize shareholder value, to maximize shareholder value. That's what these guys talk about. What does that mean? It means increase the stock price, increase the stock price. All right. So that's what we're going to talk about. How can you increase the stock price? Because that is ultimately the measure of your performance. That's the measure of your performance. If your stock price is going up, okay, if your stock price is up 500%, 1,000% over the course of 12 months, that means you're doing your job. Even if it's up 300%, it means you're doing your job. If your stock price is down, it's stagnant, odds are you're not doing your job. Odds are you are failing at your job. And look, if you're running a micro cap, you're probably not going to be fired because you're the founder. You control the board more or less, but you're going to go down the drain slowly. You're dying. You just don't realize. Let me throw you a lifeline. Let me help you. They call me the $1 trillion man. Why do they call me the $1 trillion man? Because I've created over $1 trillion in shareholder wealth over the last 25 years, helping even mooch bums like you increase their stock price 10x or more. In the last 18 months, I've had 1 out of 3 of our clients who went up between 1,000 and 5,000%. 9 companies. I only work with a handful of clients at a time. I'm in it to make serious money. I'm not here to make a retainer. I'm not like your IR firm that's trying to squeeze you for a couple of grand a month. I'm here to make serious money from your stock. Okay. That's what I'm here for. I'm just being very transparent with you. It's just so we're clear about this. Right. Look, if your stock doesn't have potential to be a 10 bagger, I don't even want you watching this video. You should just stop watching it. Go back to whatever it is you're doing. But if your stock is undervalued, if your stock is trading 50, 75% below your peer group comps, perhaps I can help you. Okay, look, there's a couple of ways to maximize shareholder value. Let's go through it one by one. Ultimately, look, your job as a CEO is to increase the stock price, maximize shareholder value. So there's, I think, 4 basic ways. Number 1, which you may know, you can create new products, new services. That could cost millions of dollars to launch a new product. Odds of success could be, I don't know, 50%, maybe if you're lucky. Number 2, you can bring in top talent. You can hire top executives, bring in superstar C-list people, C-suite, not C-list, C-suite, chief marketing officer, CFO, what have you, right? Those guys are not cheap. You're talking about, I don't know, you're talking about high 6 figures to get anybody good these days. Maybe 7 figures to get anybody good. If you talk about stock, options, benefit, all that stuff, you're not going to get somebody good for. And by the way, what's the percentage of success when you hire employees? Come on, we all know what the odds of success are. You're lucky if it's 50%. You're lucky if those people are going to be with you in 6 months or a year. A lot of these guys, these executive search firms, they sell you fantasies and wet dreams, and you end up with a bunch of bums. They all look good on paper. Now, number 2, you can do mergers and acquisitions, M&A. That's right. You can buy companies. Buy revenues, earnings. Now, the problem with that, we know the fact is 60% of those deals don't work. That's right. 60% of M&A does not work. 60% of M&A transactions fail. It's a fact. It's like marriages. What's the percentage of marriages that succeed? I don't know. I think it's 50%, right? Okay. How about this? By the way, M&A, what does that cost you? It might cost you $1 million just to close a deal. That's not even talking about paying for the deal. I'm talking about legal fees, accounting fees, due diligence. Who knows? Now, what's number 3? Number three. Want to get right to the point. Want to just get right to the point and focus on increasing value. I think it's what Ray Dalio, the famous guy, calls thinking from first principles. Let's think from first principles. You want to increase your stock price? Then increase your stock price. You hire from a Wall Street reporter who's got a massive proven track record of increasing stock prices. And by the way, our success rate is much higher than 50%. It's closer to 90% as long as you do 2 things. I'll tell you what those are. Those are news flow and showing up for CEO interviews for our live shows. Two simple things. A monkey can do it. An idiot. Literally, we've had idiots. I swear to God, we've had idiots who did this. They just did exactly this program. Their stock increased 5x, 10x. Some of these guys raised 20 to $50 million overnight, and they had basically a PowerPoint. It was a little more than that. I'm exaggerating, but the point is, that let's get to the point. The point is, focus on your stock price directly. Okay. Now, all those programs, whether it's hiring top talent, whether it's doing products, certain new products and services, or it's M&A, those things cost millions of dollars, right? And the odds, what do they deliver? ROI. Let's talk about ROI. What kind of ROI do they return? I don't know. I really don't know what the ROI is, but let's say a Wall Street Reporter marketing program is going to cost you that somewhere between 125 and 250, 125 to $250,000 for a program. Okay. Odds of success 90%. Now, you think, oh, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Yeah, no, it could be a lot of money, right? But if your market cap increases from, let's say, $10 million, where it is right now, to 100 million. Okay. That means you created $90 million. You created $90 million and it only cost you, let's say 250. How much is that? That's a 90 million. Is that 10,000? It's 20,000%. I think it's 20,000%. It's 20,000. No, it's more. It's more. I can't even do the math. Look, I'm not good at math, but if you could do that all day long, if you could invest 250 grand and make 90 million, you'd be like the greatest investor of all time. And by the way, especially with the odds of 90% success rate, it's pretty good, right? Let's say you're mid cap. Let's say your market cap is already 50 million, right? Let's say your market cap is 50 million and we only help you double your stock price. Let's make it triple. Let's say your market cap goes from 50 million to 150 million. Same deal. Same thing, $100 million. You made $100 million. You created $100 million in shareholder wealth, and it only cost you 250 grand. I think that's a pretty good deal. Where else can you get that? Where else can you get that? You can't get that from, I guarantee you, there is no M&A deal you can do for 250 grand. Guarantee you 100%, literally, I will give you $1 million cash if you can show me a deal you can close for 250 grand. All in, by the way, whole fees, buy the deal, whatever. You're not going to find it. Now, where are you going to find top talent for 250 grand? You might be lucky to hire a young kid. Shit, even program developers, like there's like kids coming out of college are getting 300 grand from Google, right? And they're not going to make you $100 million in a year. I guarantee you there's no 250 grand guy or girl who's going to make you $100 million. Okay. And also there's no product that you're going to launch, which is going to make you $100 million in a year. It's very simple. We're talking about maximizing your shareholder value, right? That's what this conversation is all about, right? Let's think from first principles. Let's do it like Ray Dalio. Ray Dalio is a multi-billionaire, right? He's a thought leader. Look at this swan, right? What a life these guys have. These swans, huh? No. Anyway, look, you don't want any black swans hitting your stock, right? Bottom line, think for first principles. Maximize shareholder value. There's no ROI that you're going to get where you can turn, a couple hundred grand into a couple 100 million. And by the way, we've had many companies. I'm happy to share with you track record. And you want to know something else? The success rate, the percentage success rate is like 90%, as long as you do two simple things. We put out a minimum of 2 press releases per month. I can show you how to do it. And even an idiot can come up with ideas to put out press releases. And you show up for 2 live streams per month, Q&A interview format with our audience, live audience, interaction, engagement. Look, you need to engage with investors if you want to build your brand, right? Everybody's talking about building personal brands. That's the hot new thing, building personal brands, right? Look, if you want to be seen as a winner, okay, you want to be seen as a leader, you need to build your personal brand. And you do this by engaging with investors. How do you think Jack Welch, anybody remember Jack Welch? It's the guy who ran GE. He was considered the greatest CEO of his gen of the 80s and the 90s. He was like the legend. Jack Welch. I actually had a burger. I was sitting next to him at a restaurant. Very nice. This is about 10 years ago. But yeah, Jack Welch, a legend. How? Guy built a personal brand. How about Steve Jobs? How about Elon Musk? You can do the same thing. How do you do it? By becoming ubiquitous on social media. You start with our CEO video interviews that get seen by millions, especially with our new syndication programs. They get you positioned alongside other major leaders, real leaders. I'm talking about guys running multi-billion-dollar companies. Okay, guys running. So you're going to be seen as an equal. They're going to be your peers. All right, interested? Get in touch. Jack Marks, Wall Street Reporter, wallstreetreporter.com, $1 trillion man. See you soon. See you at the top.